Hello, whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, now I'm gonna give them a lead. Hello, whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, now I'm gonna give them a Alright, chat, let's get ready. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, definitely works. 100%. Alright, what biome should we start off with, chat? Alright, let's run the fade now. Look, bro, I'm in Danes right now. Alright, I'm just gonna start. I think I killed all of the Leviathans in my area someday. Alright, Jelly Shroom Caves, bet, got you. Alright, let me park real quick. I gotta sleep real quick. And then I gotta empty my storage. First, I'm gonna empty it, actually. Put that there, and then I think I don't need any batteries. Alright, let's go. Run the fade. Bro, this. I don't know if that's nighttime or not. It's definitely nighttime. Let's just go, but that's fine. I mean, I do have lights, so. Our room might be close to day or night lighting. Okay, first let's do a sonar before we go. Oh crap, there's actually one more Reaper Leviathan, I think. I saw like a little thing. Alright, today's gonna be a long stream, low-key, bro. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. You guys probably can. Oh, just see. They're so peak. Okay, I'm already close to the safe shallows. That means the red biome is probably over here. If I'm correct. Okay, now that's the way to the dunes. I don't remember being over here before. So now I just gotta start heading towards my light. Yeah. Also, just so you know, I like to play in Freedom. Sometimes. Sometimes I'll play in Survival. Dude, that thing actually scared me low-key, bro. Oh, it's right there. Alright, this is gonna be a little hard, so. Scan. Alright. I'm thinking of a spot where I should put it. Probably like right here. Yeah, right here is the perfect spot. I'm gonna park mine over here. First, I need to explode on this dude. Oh, there he's dead. Crap, I just hit my seat. Okay, oh crap, I forgot my repair kit. That's fine. Wait a minute. I came up from this way. Crap! Dude, most of that thing just popped for nothing, bro. Okay, where's my life pod? What's this one? Alright, so now we gotta get some glass, and you get glass from quartz. Alright, perfect. See some quartz over here. Okay, I should have just bought my scanner with me, bro. Some right here. But before I do all of that quartz, I gotta make an X compartment, which is take some titanium. But before that, I gotta get back to my life pod. Actually, I don't know if that's the spot where I want to build it. I'm like, crap, I gotta turn off my CMOS thing. Oh, I know, it's already done. Dude, I'm actually so excited for Subnautica 2, bro. Like, I'm getting it the day it comes out. Tomorrow, I also might do another Subnautica stream because I don't have school tomorrow. I'm just staying home because we have a boring field trip going to a different school. We literally might be going to. I'm going to be homeschooled next year, so there's no point in me going. Oh crap, I just hit. Alright, maybe we should go back to 1,000 meters. It might be a little bit hard in my own. Actually, give me one second. Alright. I'm actually gonna do something real quick. Bro, what can... Alright, give me one second, chat. I'm gonna make it so you guys can hear the stream. Desktop audio? Alright, what the? Disabled? Still no. Default. Speakers. Okay, that's my mic. Bro, what the? I'm like 90% tried to do a dual stream, so you can see. Oh, that's cool. We already got 3 views, bro. Normally I get like a view per like hour. Alright, that's strange. You guys can't hear. So I did all of that talking for nothing. Oh my gosh, bro, what is this? Bro! Oh, wait. Alright, that's weird, bro. That's weird. How do I delete that one? Okay, bro. Oh, that's weird, bro. Okay, now we just gotta hide this one. This one. Okay, now this is making me crash out, bro. Bro. Ah. Oh. Bro, whoa. Okay, finally, you guys can hear it, bro. That was about to make me crash out, bro. Or I didn't know if you guys could hear it the whole time. My goal in this world is to create a base in every biome, and then after that, to kill every single Leviathan. Or I might have to kill every single Leviathan. And there's also one thing that I'm gonna allow for myself to help me is being able to use the fog command. Like, I can quickly demonstrate after it. See, it just removes all of the fog so you can see further. It's not that OP, but I'll keep it off if you guys want. Alright. What is this motion blur? It feels so weird. What the? So now I just have to be able to make a table coral. I know exactly what that is. And I just need copper. Perfect. Okay, I think table coral samples. This was a coral shell. So that means the table coral sample is okay, we now got that copper. We just need a coral sample, which is usually spawns around here. Well, where are these coral samples? Finally. Then if I'm mine this, it should say, yeah, it says sample. Alright, finally now we should be able to just put, oh crap, gold. And where do you get gold from? Well, this is actually starting to get annoying, bro. Well, actually, let me search it up. I'm too lazy to find it. But not, I'll find it, but. Wait, what was it we're trying to find? Oh, yeah, okay, it's gold. I think I probably have ADHD whenever I play Subnautica because I always forget. Alright, so I can go to dunes, Grand Reef, grassy plateaus. What? Now that's cat. Jelly shrimp cave. We can just go to our base for that. But the thing is, it's electricity. But then there's an easy solution to that again. Okay, well, I did have a base over here before. So that red biome is pretty much good. This was my first base I made. It was a starter base, but then I just moved to the dunes because I thought the dunes is better. And it is after you kill the survivors, so. Alright, okay, this is where I'm gonna use my fog thing. I mean, it's still definitely realistic, but not like. Let's see. I don't know if it's lagging for you guys. Because when I did a Fortnite stream before, it was lagging so bad. Alright, I just gotta go this way then, probably. I just crashed into something. Yep. This is probably where I did it. Yeah, I'm correct. Stalker. Actually, I know how to kill the stalker. No problem. I am about to. Okay, well that didn't kill her. Alright, boys. Let's run the fade. Okay, twist. Like, but that's such a tight squeeze. But respect to that person that actually built their Cyclops down here. Wait, no, that's not possible. I don't know if this is the same cave, though. Dude, it's so dark. Let's see. Okay, it's not. Yeah, see, this is probably how I'm gonna get electricity. I just gotta go down here. You know, and I can just use those vertical connectors that extend some power source. That's, oh my gosh, those things are massive. Perfect. This is gonna take good whipping session. Alright. Aw, man, you can't destroy that? Alright, first things first, we're gonna have to put an X compartment here. Oh, I'm happy fried chicken, bro. Okay. Oh, I can't seems like I'm gonna get this by hand today, boys. Release! Peak. Okay, I thought that was quartz, bro. Okay, perfect. I can finally make a hatch. Also, if you guys are wondering why my battery's at like 100% up, I see glide, it's because I have this. And first things first, let's drop this. Perfect. Bro, my feet are starting to fall asleep, bro. Oh crap, I forgot about that, bro.
Oxygen production offline.
I can't do anything about that. Today's gonna be a long day, boys. I'm just gonna finish an oxygen real quick with that. Okay, now it's time to use this fog thing that doesn't really help. I'm gonna start tweaking out if I get jumped by that thing. I'm gonna have to use my sea moth for air stuff. See? Wait. Bro, respect to this baby sand shark. Bro, what? I literally have one of his brothers in my aquarium, bro. Alright, so what I'm gonna have to do is either expand for a nuclear reactor, that's not what we're gonna do. Or I could just make a bioreactor, which is easier to do, so. Alright, we're gonna have to hold on this plan for a bit. Where's the SEMA? I could check that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It's gonna be a lot easier to build in places that actually have some. Alright, yo guys, which biome should we build our base in? I'm thinking we go shallows, because I haven't built a base there yet. Or either we go for I guess we could go for the lava area, but it's gonna be really hard, lucky. Because I won't have my CMOF down. Actually, oh my gosh, this game's hard, bro. That means I gotta get my prawn suit. It's a pretty easy solution. You know, I could say my prawn suit's faster if you're not even using it. So we're gonna have to go back. I don't know why, but one of the only ways I get to my base is if like if I see a Leviathan on my sonar, I'm actually running for my life. Except that. Because right now I'm about to start approaching the dunes. Yeah, I'm already in the dunes, I think. Right now I'm not. That's the dunes starting over there. Okay, I think I'm gonna stay up above the water a little bit just in case. That's a sand shark down there. I mean, it does use echolocation, so if I scan and that thing roars, I'm fried chicken, bro. Okay, we can see my base, that's a good sign. I killed, like, most of the Leviathans in my base. I saw one earlier, so I'm gonna start tweaking out if that thing jumps at my CMOF. Dude, y'all, I'm actually so excited for Subnautica too. First things first, I'm gonna get some supplies. I don't really have much supplies at the time right now because I'm trying to get a Cyclops. Also, guys, this is my pet Jerry, and this is actually no, that cuttlefish is Jerry, and this one's James, and then this is I haven't given him a name yet. And this cuttlefish, it's a I don't know who's smaller, so. I'm actually, should I capture a fish or something? I don't know if this bad baby could fit in my aquarium. I mean, I think he definitely could fit. I'm gonna kill you. Never, bro. He's just getting sent, bro. Okay. Oh crap! It's daytime. I just stumbled. Now it's nighttime. I think. I think that's daytime. I bet we're good. We're good, boys. Yeah, that's daytime. That's daytime. Let's see if we can see one of the reapers in here. I think there's one in that direction somewhere. I actually don't really know. I know there was one in this direction somewhere. Oh yes, I was correct. Chat, should we kill that? Alright. If we do, oh my gosh. That means I'm gonna have to go to my moon pool base so I can get some batteries. Because this base I might have 0 batteries. Which is actually insane. Wait. Yeah, this thing does have a bunch of upgrades. Alright, let's run the fade. I'm not killing that thing in this. I'm only using this to go to my Actually, I already have a base at the floating island. I took inspiration from this YouTuber to build. Oh, W! That thing's there. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Jerry? His name is Jerry. He usually comes here occasionally. I don't see him much, but. Bro, what the? I'm gonna start crashing now if I haven't explored this part, so I'm gonna start. Okay, wait, it's safe because of that thing. And it's diverse, so it might not be dangerous. I actually don't really know. It's probably the dunes. The dunes is like the biggest biome. It's not that easy to tell. What is this? Chat, should we go down here? Okay, I guess. Alright, this is the blood kelp forest. That means that direction there's the bad thing. Oh, dang it, I don't have a beacon, but that sucks. Actually, I think there's a lost river entrance here. Oh, I'm right. There it. Oh, wait. Yeah, I remember there being a lost river entrance here. Let's go. My base is coming in sight. Also, there's a grand reef right under my base, I think. I don't really know, because I don't know my biomes much. Dude, I haven't streamed much in so long, bro. Like, say, who are you, bro? Alright. Okay, before we do anything, Yeah, this is the grand version. Like 90%. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing in my moon pool, so I know I can make it in my arms. Otherwise, I'm fried chicken. I'm pretty sure there is something. Yeah, that's correct. This is my Sam.
Captain.
I think his name is like Sigma. I'm like 90% sure, y'all.
Welcome aboard Captain. Systems online.
Oh, that's the Aurora. Bro! L, bro. Yeah, this was where my batteries are, so I'm just gonna take 4 of these.
All systems online.
Okay, there's Sigma. Okay, now I just gotta go back to my prawn. I'm like 80% sure on the Grand Reefers 2 Ghost Leviathans. So if I build my base there, I'm cooked. Alright, we guys, I'm gonna have to turn off stream audio for a bit because I'm lucky. I don't know.
Bro, I don't even know what biome this is. I barely come here. I think it's like the crag field. This might be really good for me. Yeah, you put yourself in this hole, buddy. I don't know if you can complain right now. This is the most like intense game of bumper cars I've ever played in my life. Oh, yes! It took a lot longer than I wanted, but it's finally dead. Oh yes. With the Reaper killed, it was finally time for me to move on to the next creature, the Ghost Leviathan. Unlike the Reaper, they can't grapple onto your subs. However, they still attack frequently and do a good amount of damage in the process. And to make things more complicated, they often live in the trickiest environments to navigate in. So for this Leviathan, I've chosen the Cyclops. Don't be fooled by its gentle and subtle appearance. Despite having no offensive modules, it still has one reliable tactic to deal incredible damage: tackling. Going full speed in this metal tub can instantly kill some of the smaller creatures in the game. This alone gives me the confidence that, with enough patience, I could slay a Ghost Leviathan with the power of booze cruising. Now, I already had a bunch of spare materials left over from when I built my sizable base. However, there were a couple of fragments I needed to scan in order to unlock the blueprint. So I went out to find them, but made an unexpected friend. Look at this cute little guy. You know what? I like you. You want to see me kill every Leviathan in the game through the power of drunk driving?
I'm gonna have to go back
Yeah,
to my
you do. Look at that
base.
smile. He's excited. You're coming with me. Surely nothing bad will happen to him, right? Hold on, I need to name you. Let's go with Cornelius Thunderbird. You see this, Cornelius? This is metal salvage. All right, we use this to make a lot of the stuff that we're going to kill Leviathans with. You understand? I don't think he understands. Oh, okay, we got a bridge fragment right here. It's one of the things we needed. You see this? This is a steering wheel, Cornelius. You're not allowed to touch this unless you're 3 beers deep in a Honda Civic. Do you understand? Look at he's bopping his head. He's like, yeah, I get it, yeah. I'm gonna be a great dad one day. I take that back. I'm not gonna be a great dad. I'm gonna be a proud dad. The difference is my kid's gonna do terrible shit, making me a bad father. But damn, am I gonna be proud that he's taken up in his papa's footsteps. All right, I only need like 1 hull fragment before I can start my Cyclops booze cruise, but I have been searching around for like 15 minutes and I cannot find it. Do you know where the hull fragment is, Cornelius? Can you sniff it out for me with your big nostrils? You smell it? Where, boy? Where? Okay, he told me straight through here, down, left, and then it's gonna be somewhere on the right side.
It's actually so dark, bro.
Cornelius, these aren't hull fragments. These are nuclear power fragments, silly. Now I gotta punish you. Cornelius, you see that right there? That's an electric eel. And when we get close to this thing, it hurts really bad. I'm kidding. I wouldn't hurt Cornelius. Oh God, Cornelius is in danger. Yeah, Cornelius, this is not a good neighborhood. I hope you know. But once I found the last fragment, I went back to the Peanuts, crafted the Cyclops, did some personalization touches, and created this. the Ghostbuster. All right, let's bust this ghost, I guess. Now, my plan was to fight the Ghost Leviathan in the Grand Reef, so I decided that I only needed 3 upgrades. The Engine Efficiency Module, the Cyclops Shield Generator, and the Cyclops Depth Module Mark 1. All pretty explanatory things. The only other thing that I could have possibly benefited from was the fire suppression system. However, the recipe required crystalline sulfur, which can only be found deep in the valley of expired Mountain Dew. So, my lazy ass decided to make do with fire extinguishers. Did I think this would come back to bite me in my Filipino meat buns? Absolutely not. So, with full confidence, I traveled to the Grand Reef to challenge the Ghost Leviathan. Up there she blows. As soon as it notices me, full speed ahead, throw on the shield, ram into it, and we'll see what happens.
I can.
Yep, here we go. Shield time. I can't tell if that did damage or not. I'm gonna try doing it without the shield and seeing how much damage it does. Moment of truth. Wow, that almost did nothing to me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mono Aurelio channel, where we do Leviathan jousting every Saturday night. Let's see what we have. Boom. Wow, what a great shot, ladies and gentlemen. Mono Aurelio is in rare form today. Watch as he goes down to reset, full speeds ahead, runs in, looks death straight into the eyes, and boom! Wow, oh my god, it did major damage. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and start repairs. Yeah, the one thing that is gonna suck about killing this Leviathan is it's gonna take a lot longer for me to repair my ship, so it's gonna be able to escape a lot easier. Oh, Mr. Ghost Leviathan, I'm sorry. I promise I won't hurt you bad this time. Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know where a Ghost Leviathan is? Rude. Okay, well, we made it to the Sea Trigger path. Oh, there it is. Hola, niño. Oh, shit. This is not the time. It's not the time to do this. Not the time. Please. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go.
Alright,
Full speed ahead, and... Oh my god, that was a good hit. It was a good hit on me, too. Honestly, think about taking another. I don't want this fucker to get too far away. Oh, I see. I understand it now. That sneaky move, Ghost Leviathan. Sneaky move. Alrighty, and then back the fuck up. If I hear it hit me one more time, I'm just gonna turn on the shield generator. Come on. Is the fire out? Okay, it hit me again. Fuck, shield generator on. Okay, please be enough, please be enough. Oh my god, that's not enough. All right, I'm just gonna patch up the holes and hope for the best. Oh, actually, there is a second fire extinguisher in the Cyclops. Okay, so we might be fine. Yep, there it is. Give me this shit. Note to self, get more fire extinguishers after this. God damn it, it's still in the dead zone. Dealing with this Leviathan was turning out to be much harder than expected. I obviously couldn't fight it in the dead zone, unless my goal was to get jumped by more Ghost Leviathans. I could try to lure it back out, but there was nothing really stopping it from running back into the zone. I started to realize that I may have picked a bad target. So I did some research where I learned that the juvenile and the adult Ghost Leviathan have the same amount of health. So instead of killing an adult, I decided to go for the children. Which, lucky for me, there was an entrance to the Mountain Dew Valley not too far away. You see this, Cornelius? This is the Degassi base. Don't mind him, you're fine. Yeah, look, this is where all the weird scientists used to work and stuff. Oh yeah, you see this? This is called alcohol. That's what you drink before you start driving the Cyclops. Ah, I see Lost River. And there it is. Juvenile Ghost Leviathan. Yeah. Oh yeah, that hurt, didn't it? Yeah, where are you gonna run this time though? Nowhere, you're trapped in here, buddy. Attempt number 2. Can't tell if I damaged him or not, but that's okay. Alrighty. Andale. Wait, that one hurt a little bit. Yo, this is the strat actually. I just ram and then I stand still. The second I see it kind of turn around, yeah. Yes, and there we go. Oh, it's already dead. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. You see this, Cornelius? This is a dead Leviathan. If it wasn't for me killing this thing, it would come and eat you. With the Ghost Leviathan dead, it was time to kill the last Leviathan, the Sea Dragon. This is easily Subnautica most dangerous Leviathan. It could smack you, grab you, and even turn you into Armin from Attack on Titan. So, to combat this deadly creature, there's clearly only one suitable vehicle for the job. The sea glot, the prawn suit. Now, in a previous video, I tried this and failed miserably. This was because of one small mistake. I claimed that through the power of arcane knowledge, the
Alright, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna try to get a pet today. What is a spadefish? Oh no, we don't want a spadefish. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to find a pet. Mesmer, no. Lava lizard. Okay, that's not what we want. Let's see what an MPO egg is. Okay. Oh, my bad, Lincoln. Are you? Bro, I'm so dumb. I'm never looking in my chat. Like, bruh. Like, say why? Alright. Now we got battery. Bro, oh my gosh. I forgot why we got batteries, bro. Alright, give me 1 second, chat. I'm picking my ears real quick. Voicemail, bro! Why'd you do me dirty, bro? Alright, so is this a mesmer? Okay, let's see if I can actually hold this in my hand. I don't want you. What is this? Chat, we got 10 Vs, bro. Normally I get like 10 Vs in 5 hours of streaming, bro. I've been streaming about for 46 minutes. Okay, chat. The goal is to find... Give me 1 second, y'all.
The default was the become suit. Clearly, will turn you and easily scythe the death. And if it wasn't,
Okay, I gotta find a clip of it. I'm just watching this video right now. Okay, let me go into my photos app. Alright, chat, this is what it is. This is what we gotta try to find. I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT, what is this? ChatGPT is looking, bro. Go to the chat. Oh, it's a Mesmer? Okay, let's see what biome is it in. Kelp forest, grassy plateaus. Alright, chat. I'm going on the wiki and typing in bulb zone. And where do I find it? Let's see. Map. Alright. So, right now, I'm around Grand Reach. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Oh crap, it's across the whole map from me, bro. What is the mountains, y'all? Alright. Underwater islands. Blood zone. That doesn't line up. I mean, sure. This is weird, bro. Y'all. Okay, so we have to examine this. Okay, it's examined, boys. Dunes is right here. Mushroom forest. Okay, right now we're around here. Actually, chat, let's go to the sea. Let's go to the sea traders. Alright, first things first, we just have to find the, I think I'm in the mountains biome right now. I low-key, like, actually, I don't, okay. I think I might know where I am. Because that blood kelp sounds massive. So, if I can see the blood kelp zone. Oh, yo, time capsule, yo! I just hit the jackpot for us. I'm gonna tweak out if it has something bad in it. Let's go! W, bro. keep on going, my friend, to whomever may receive this. I hope this helps you on your journey for survival. A fellow submariner. W, bro. And then there's this guy. Now this guy, he gave me some pretty good stuff. So this guy, he gave me some food. And also, guys, whenever I beat the game, I'm giving somebody like the best things they ever will need. Like, I'm gonna give them, I don't know, probably a sea glide or something. W, bro, for real, bro. Like, bruh. Okay, yeah, this is the thin blood kelp zone. So then if we just go to the very side of it, then we should end up in the sea trader's path. It's not very often where you get to see the sea trader's path. I learned this little trick with the prawn suit, where you can just cruise at your altitude. In fact, you'll actually get a little bit higher than normal. Alright, so chat. We need to get to the end of this zone. And I'm also keeping my eyes peeled. And then after this, we're gonna go to the bulb zone so we can get this guy named Cornelius. Wait, is he watching? Let me see if he's watching the stream right now. Alright, one of my friends is going to be watching the stream because he's saying this game is not scary. Yo, I gotta get away. Actually, I gotta get away from that thing, bro. That thing is about to make me start crashing out. Okay, I'm gonna park right over here. Because why not? Because I do not feel scared. Ooh, let's go. Got Jerry over there. Okay, I think there's a... I refuse to believe it's 100%. Okay. It's a little bit flat, but it's not a little bit flat at the same time. We're only 600 meters away from my base. I want to see if this thing poop real quick. I know this thing can poop. It's like, okay, I'm tweaking now. Let's just get some shale outcrop. Perfect, we got some gold, so now we can make a fabricator, I think. I don't know if he's watching the stream, y'all. Gotta be kidding me. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's the scary part, chat. What happens if I hit one of these things with the stasis right? So nothing happens. Okay. Okay, so chat, I'm just gonna go to my prawn suit And then we'll try to explore the ecological dead zone. Cause my friend never seen this game before, I think, and he says the game is not scary. Buddy, if you play Subnautica a lot, then you're gonna know it's scary, bro. Like everyone fears the ecological dead zone. We gotta wait for the game to save. Alright, let's run the feed chat. Also, on that playthrough, I have 19 hours, which is usually the average should be. Alright.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden. The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat. The Builder, too, is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme.
Alright, first things first, let's get ready to go to the ecological dead
were
zone.
removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Why I have no stasis rifle, bro? What do you mean?
Orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected. Motivational note. Craig McGill crash landed in the acid swamps of
Oh my
Brought up
gosh.
interacted with kidney poachers and hijacked.
Alright, dude, I
detained
still have a
Star Wars.
stasis rifle,
If you can do
boys.
all that, you can
Okay, let's
survive
get a
one more day.
reinforced dive suit. Okay, do we have a... Okay, crap, we don't have a repair tool. Let's create that real quick. And then now I'm gonna...
Work and stuff. Oh yeah, you see this? This is called alcohol. That's what you drink before you start driving the Cyclops. Ah, I see Lost River. And there it is. Juvenile Ghost Leviathan. Yeah. Oh yeah, that. Clearly only one suitable vehicle for the job. The Sea Glide, the prawn suit. Now, in a previous video, I tried this and failed miserably. This was because of one small mistake. I claimed that through the power of arcane knowledge, the drill was the best damage option that the prawn suit has. That turned out to be something the cool kids call spreading misinformation. Turns out it's actually faster and more efficient to kill Leviathans with punching. So my plan was to latch myself onto the Leviathan like a parasite and Conor McGregor my way to victory. But first, we need the prawn suit blueprint. All right, Cornelius, this is where I came from. Well, before it blew up, that is. Listen, Cornelius, I don't like that look you're giving me, all right? How was I supposed to know putting the C4 next to the power generator would be a terrible idea? Once inside, I scanned the prawn suit parts and traveled back to my incredibly sized peanuts at full speed. This was probably the worst decision I've made in the video for one reason. Remember how I told myself to replace the fire extinguishers? Well, my ADHD took that thought, pinned it to a corkboard, looked at it, got bored, balled it up, threw it in a trash can, threw the trash can in a bigger trash can, and replaced it with a picture of my 2 cats. Because of this, I never actually got around to replacing the fire extinguishers, which proceeded to cause this funny little predicament. Oh dear. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fire. Oh my god, yeah, I don't have anything. I'm so screwed. You know what?
Cyclops. Spawn. Oh, what do you mean Cyclops, bro? Seems like I'm gonna have to use the wiki today, boys. Cause sometimes Subnautica just... Sometimes they change... Like, bruh. What do you mean I'll spawn that wrong the whole time? say will lie here. Great. Can you pick this bad boy up? Okay. Release the baby! Away.
Cannot build here. Must be constructed in deeper water.
Ah, great. I love this game. Oh crap, where am I going? I can just spawn something that goes speedy fast. Like my sea moth.
Is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and
Okay,
endurance.
that's gonna take a long time, but I don't know what you. Okay. Alright.
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity
Oh
and
crap.
connects to a number of small cave networks. Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall. Detecting increased foreign bacteria levels in the water. Performing a self-scan is advised. Be
Self-scan?
advised, the Cyclops is designed to be operated by a 3-person crew. Only experienced helmspeople should attempt to pilot this vehicle solo.
What the? I just got a notification. Oh.
What if I just went back to my massive peanuts? Pretended like
Today I'm gonna
nothing
be
bad
doing
was happening.
everything.
There's so much smoke. I feel like I'm chilling in Snoop Dogg's room. Oh my god, I might actually be able to pull this off. Just gonna patch up the ship, delay its death even longer. Craft this. And there we go. Catastrophe avoided. From here, I built the prawn suit, pimped it out, loaded it into the Cyclops, and made my way to the deep depths of the game. Not gonna lie, I have astronomical doubts. But I'm in too deep, so we're just gonna finish the job as best as we can. To the bottom I go. Hello, goodbye. Hello, fucker, I am here. The only place I could really grab him is around his neck area, which also happens to be his hitbox. So, luckily he's moving slow right now. I can get the jump on him. All right, and hup. And we got him. Bitch. Oh my god, I got a good angle on him. Oh shit. Okay, 11 damage. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, let me get in some more punches. This is actually a lot more entertaining than the drill. Oh, this is it right here. Taking it right from behind. I'm literally inside of the... It's already dead? Yo! That was a lot quicker than I expected. Well, Cornelius, it's been a lot of fun, but it is time I set you free. There's nothing more I have to show you. Go on. Be free. Enjoy your life while you can.
I put my faith inside an uncaring God's palm. 10 years until...
Alright, check me on 10.
Today I try something different again. I spent 100 days in Subnautica below zero, searching and finding the truth about my sister, learning that I wasn't alone on the planet this time, and coming across more Leviathan class type sea creatures.
Approximately 2-ish weeks ago, I got shot, and I just sort of wanted to make a video talking about it because it's my YouTube channel. I can more or less do what I want with it, and so if I want to talk about an experience, I'll just talk about it. I don't know how I'm going to format this video yet, whether it'll just be a black screen and I just talk podcast style, or maybe there will be some B-roll, or maybe I'll do some drawings to help illustrate what I'm talking about. What you'll probably find during this video is that I am probably partly to blame for being reckless, dumb, I guess, to an extent. I'll explain why later. So to set the stage, I'm already kind of nocturnal a lot of the time. I'm usually sleeping during the day and up at night. And so on this particular day, I was up late at night and I wanted food. So I decide I'm gonna walk to get Subway. There were a couple reasons I chose to walk instead of like ordering DoorDash or Uber Eats or something. One, save a little money. Two, I already sit around a lot all day, so it's like an excuse for me to sort of jog or at least walk, get some exercise in. But also, I kind of liked the weather. I like all seasons. I like fall, I like summer, I like spring, I like winter. So on that day, the weather was kind of like winter wonderland-y. It was snowing. It was that soft snow, that perfect snow where you can make snowballs, build a snowman. And so that was one of the first things I immediately noticed when I walked outside. It was like, oh, there's snow, and this feels nice. There's not much to say about my walk to Subway. I walked and was admiring the snow. I walked all the way to Subway, and I went in, got my order of food, and walked out. It was pretty straightforward. It's funny, I noticed one of those like scooter thingies, like Lime scooters, that you can kind of just like rent out and ride around. And I was thinking, oh, it might be fun to just like ride around because there's like no cars out. Even though I live in the city, cars still become less frequent late at night. So I was like, this would be neat if I could rent this right now and ride around in the snow. And when I tried to, it was rejected because it was out of battery. So it was like, oh well, I enjoyed the snow anyway, so I'll continue my walk back home. And while I was walking home, I'm still admiring the snow. So I became less aware of my surroundings to an extent because I started to mainly focus on the snow. And at a couple points, I stopped and started to record the snow with my phone. Like I said earlier, you're gonna see the parts where I'm partially to blame for being a bit reckless, right? The first big one, obviously, is me going out very late at night. How late? It was like 2 a.m., like 2:10 a.m. So that's on me, obviously. And the second thing is me becoming less aware of my surroundings. Not only that, taking out my phone. So, not great street smarts going on right then and there. In my head, it's like, well, I didn't see any cars or anything. I didn't see any people around. It was basically like vacant. It was just me and the snow. So I stop a few times to record the snow. So I stop on one block and record a bit of snow, and then I stop like right under a light and record the snow passing in front of the light. And, I walk a bit forward and I see a car pull up at the end of the block away from me. And it's like, well, I don't want to get this car in my shot. So I stop recording. And almost immediately after I stopped recording, I noticed that the car did not keep moving. So I stopped for like a moment. And these aren't long moments. This happened very quickly. These beats are very short. So I stopped like when I noticed this car didn't keep moving and people got out. I saw at least 2 people get out of that car, and it looked like they were looking at me. And sure enough, they were. And so I quickly start to piece together what's about to happen. It immediately clicks when they yell at me. From a distance, they yell, "Hey, what you on?" And I don't know how, because they were at a considerable distance from me. I don't know how, but my brain picked up on the fact that the one that was shouting, I assumed it was the one that was shouting. It was kind of hard to tell because there was more than one and they were far away. But I could see something in his hand. And my brain immediately said, that is a gun. So, you know, it's that moment. It's that survival moment. Fight or flight. Now, obviously, me, a singular person who is unarmed, can't fight multiple people who presumably all have guns. So, it's flight. And I run. I immediately just run. I don't say anything back. I run. I ran to my left because that was where the nearest cover was, right? I ran into the street because there were cars there. So if they wanted to, you know, shoot at me, they would have to move so I would be in view again. Maybe that saved my life, maybe whatever. Maybe there were better options. The other option would be to turn my back to them, which in my head is not a very good idea. And almost immediately after I started running, one of them yelled, "Don't run." Like, hey, don't run. And immediately after saying don't run, I hear shots start ringing out. I'm almost at the alley, and I hear maybe 2 or 3 shots ring out. Maybe more, but that's all I could process at that time. And sure enough, one of them hit me, and I felt it immediately. I felt something like go right into my leg. I felt the impact. No immediate burst of pain. You can probably think adrenaline or whatever for that. But I knew I had been hit. And that was probably where my fear hit its peak, because at that moment, I was certain like more shots were going to come and I was going to die right then and there. I thought one was going to just hit me in the head or in the throat or in the chest. And so without thinking, 2 words left my mouth. No, please. Literally screaming for my life. No, please. Those were the only 2 words I got out. Pretty much right after I got hit, I had made it behind the building into the alley. And thankfully, with whatever adrenaline was going through me, I was still pretty much sprinting with a hole in my leg. Not for very long, though. I did not want to stay running in a straight line to be an easy target. I saw a fence immediately around this apartment building, and I jumped that fence. I cleared it very quickly. But immediately after clearing that fence, I guess adrenaline decided it's not going to be enough anymore. And so I couldn't maintain a full sprint anymore. I slowed down and started to limp. And the fear was still pretty high because I was certain I was going to die. I was like, no, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And I did keep moving, not very far, because I felt at this speed I wasn't going to, you know, I'm just a target, an easy target. So I look for a place to hide, and I see a little stairwell behind this apartment building, and so I immediately go into the stairwell so I could be out of view, because the guys, since they were at a distance, all they know is I went into an alley. They don't know which fence I jumped. After I jumped the fence, they don't know where I went. So my thought is get out of sight. And so I'm hiding in this stairwell, and I'm still thinking I'm gonna die. Right? Like, I can no longer run at full speed. I have this hole in my leg, which at this point where I could look was leaking so much blood. And it hurt. The pain was starting to come forth, and I was gripping my leg. And so I'm like panicking. I'm thinking, you know, oh God, they're gonna follow me they're gonna jump the same fence. I don't know. They're gonna see a trail of blood and find me, and I'm gonna be cornered. I'm gonna have nowhere to go since I'm in this stairwell, and so I will die right there. And you know, it's like I remember thinking. I don't remember if I said it out loud or thinking it. It was just like, why me? And I knew like it wasn't some grand plan or this wasn't for a reason. It was just like I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, it's not about me specifically. I'm just here, and there's no bigger meaning to this. But it's like, why me? Is all my entire life like not being involved with any sort of gangs or anything, and I'm still gonna be the victim of gang violence. So I'm still, you know, in this stairwell. I'm still in this stairwell. And I guess it was warm enough somewhere, you know, even though it was snowing, it was still warm enough for some water to be dripping somewhere, I think. But my brain didn't process it as water dripping. It was a steady pace, so I interpreted it as footsteps in the snow. like slowly approaching me. And so that spurred me into action again. I looked at where I was, and there's this gate at the bottom of the stairs, and it's locked. I move closer to it. I like jiggle it around. Can I like force my way in? And at near the bottom right, I can apply a torque to it. It's like giving way enough where I felt I could squeeze past it, and I do. I force myself under it, and keep in mind, I'm thinking they're approaching me, so I need to get through it, and it feels like a horror movie because my jacket gets caught, and I'm like pulling against it, and I'm like I'm pulling all the strength my body has, and so I pull it out, and I didn't know it at the time, but like I had basically tore my jacket, like I just tore it right through it, and I was like, okay, I'm in here. It's a locked thing. They would presume that if I'm not there and it's locked, then I must be somewhere else or whatever. I don't know. I was still worried about just getting out of sight. So, they probably heard the gate jingling or whatever. So I need to keep moving. So I crawled.
Really don't know what I'm doing.
And I'll try and put a visual to.
What? Huh? Chat!
Radiation readings
I was at 10 views and now I'm at 9.
reached critical stage. Detonation will occur within
Okay,
2
what the?
hours.
Okay. I'm gonna have to change the stream name because also, guys, wanna know what I'm building the whole time? I'm building an arena. Okay, well, I don't know if I can build an arena now. I'm probably gonna have to build out of moon pools. Because moon pools is gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build out of moon pools, boys. Okay, that's a lot better. Fight or flight, boys. You guys might be like, how is his attention span this good? To put it in simpler terms, I'm just watching YouTube right now. Holy crap. Everything just goes white right there. Ah. I'm gonna have to do this for every single side. Why did I do this to myself, y'all? I don't know. Y'all might be asking me why, but I don't really know. I mean, I am just bored. I think this is the one and how they do it. Chad, would you choose fight or flight when you see a Reaper Leviathan that you're in a prawn suit? Me, I would choose fight. I mean, depending on what upgrades I have. Oh, that's a bug. drive where I
Emergency.
really don't
Quantum
care.
detonation has occurred in the Aurora's
Also,
drive
if you're
pod.
wondering how I'm
The
gonna get a
reactor
Leviathan
reaches
in here,
a
I'm just gonna
critical
spawn
state
one.
in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
What the? Oh my gosh, that actually. Oh, I forgot. I'm kind of close, boys. This is so bad.
Convenience. The radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database. Life
Gonna
on
have
this
to
planet
fix
grows
it,
in
bro.
unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
Oh my
Life
god.
in this region are sparse. The Aurora's
Speed
radioactive footprint will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
Let's shoot fight, boys. I'm just gonna repair this thing quick and then let's go. I already know where to go to repair it. I think you just have to cut this door open. Does this thing have... I wonder if it works. Crap. Right, I'm just gonna change it to speed 10. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's just me or I'm not supposed to be doing this yet. Luckily, what's the word for the drive core in the Aurora? Okay, I think this might work, y'all. Okay, I don't think this is it, y'all. Y'all, I think I'm inside, y'all. Okay, I think I can use this to my advantage, boys. Never in a million years. Wait, am I behind it? Okay, I'm inside. Lock action. I don't know if that's the outside or the inside. Probably. Bro, ChatGPT sucks. Warp forward 5. Warp forward 5. Yeah, I think I'm inside right now, boys. Warp forward 5, boys. Okay, this is not it, boys. Say wallahi, bro. Okay, I'm just gonna have to warp outside, bro. ChatGPT, bro. Okay, I think this is what it told me to do. This is something like a ghost where you could just phase through walls. Okay, now boys, we just have to find it. Okay, I don't really think fog works in here. This is so annoying, bro. Ghosts.
drive cautiously.
But that was a repair tool, bro. Oh my gosh, that's why I couldn't get in,
Do not
bro.
attempt repair without appropriate
Your boy right
qualifications.
here is dumb.
Warning, local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
I'm inside of the drive core now, buddy.
Further breaches detected.
Cyclops. Okay, I'm gonna have to take that. Actually, I'm just gonna listen to my Spotify playlist real quick. See how much.
Olha só minha ponto treta, tu não. Olha só minha ponto treta, tu não tá prestando atenção. Olha o bico do fuzil, vai tomar só rajadão. Vai, toma, 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 vai, toma rajadão.
Olha o bico do fuzil, tu não tá prestando atenção.
Vai, toma, 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 vai, toma rajadão.
Olha o bico do fuzil, tu não tá prestando atenção. Olha só minha foto treta, tu não tá prestando atenção. Olha o bico do fuzil, vai tomar só rajadão. Vai, toma rajadão, vai tomar só rajadão. Olha o bico do fuzil, tu não tá prestando atenção.
Vai, toma, 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 vai, toma rajadão.
Olha o bico do fuzil, tu não tá prestando atenção.
Vai, toma, 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 vai, toma rajadão.
Olha o bico do fuzil, tu não tá prestando atenção. Olha só minha foto, tá, tu não tá atenção. Vai, toma rajadão, vai tomar só rajadão.
Rajadão, vai tomar só rajadão.
Olha o bico do fuzil, tu não tá prestando atenção.
Rajadão, vai toma rajadão, rajadão.
Olha o bico do fuzil, tu não tá prestando atenção.
Rebola, mexe, deixa o som entrar. Todo mundo junto, ninguém vai parar. O batidão não vai parar. Sente a energia no ar.
Se la pasan diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto drama de nada. Más si vienes a mi cama, a mi cama.
Sea glider or anything.
describe what I'm talking about with this space because it's hard to visualize. So there's a corner past this gate, so I go past that corner, so I'm completely out of view, and I'm just waiting there silently. I'm listening, and I hear the steady dripping, and now I finally process, like, okay, I think that's just dripping water, and they aren't here. They didn't come after me. Cool. Well, I guess the threat is gone, except my leg is bleeding so much. There's so much blood. I don't work in the medical field. All I know is you can die from like arteries in your leg being like cut open. So my thought was, I'm going to bleed to death now. It's like, okay, I'm bleeding, I'm in pain, I'm feeling like lightheaded as well, and starting to even feel a little sleepy. I'm laying there on the ground, just blood still pouring out, and so I'm thinking like a few loved ones come to mind, and I'm like thinking of like, I think it even escaped my mouth, like I became like a child again. I'm almost like in a fetal position, and I think I didn't call out, like I didn't yell out, but like I whispered like, Mom, and eventually like I snapped myself out of it, like focus, like you have phone, use phone. And initially I wanted to just call my mom, and it's like, no, call emergency, like call 911, you idiot, keep a level head. And so I call 911. They answer, and they're like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm all like, I can barely talk at this point. I'm not crying, but like my voice, like the way I sounded, I might as well have been crying. I was like, I've been shot. Yeah. And so the operator's like, okay, we're gonna forward you to the fire department or whatever. I don't remember the exact words, but they ask for my location. And so I was like, I'm not quite sure. I'm between this point and this point. And the horror movie tropes like continue because there was no response to what I was saying. And I was waiting for a response. After a while, I was like, hello? And then I'm like clicking my phone, and I realized what happened. My phone had died. It ran out of battery just as I was in communication with emergency services. The worst possible timing. And so right back into panic mode. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna bleed to death here. It's like problem solve, think. And so I'm looking at my leg, and there's just so much blood dripping out. And sorry if this is a little graphic, but like I could have swore there was like a solid chunk of something that like came out. I'm assuming it was bits of flesh, like torn muscle or maybe part of skin or whatever that the bullet tore through, that I saw like in my blood. And my pant leg was entirely soaked in my blood. It was in my shoe. It was everywhere. And so I'm trying to think. And so I'm in a lot of pain by now. The adrenaline, it's probably still there, suppressing a lot of it, but like it's enough pain where I don't want to move. I remember thinking I just want to go to bed.
Actually,
I'm tired, but I'm still trying to think. And I look at my pants, and so I take off my left pant leg, attempt to wrap it around my right thigh, and try and make a tourniquet. I'm not sure how it's said, sorry. But basically, I was trying to wrap it around my leg to cut off blood flow so I wouldn't lose any more blood. Good idea in theory, I guess, but I have no medical training. I don't know how to make a proper tourniquet. So my thought was just tie it tight. And I couldn't even do that. I didn't have the strength for it. It was cold, and I was losing strength. So I like attempted to tie it, but even then I knew like that was no good. And so I still lay there, I guess, for a bit, and I'm like thinking, looking around. I see a door. I try jiggling the door. The door's locked, of course. I'm like, okay, this is an apartment, or they've got something somewhere. And so I look around, and I see a little ledge, and it's been 2 weeks at this point, and Believe it or not, it was a high stress situation, so I don't remember if I crawled or if I was able to get to my feet. I want to say I was able to
Whoa,
get to
how
my
is that getting
feet
so much
and
power
like
so
limp
fast?
over to this ledge. I make it to
So
the
if I go-
ledge
if
and
I
I
go
climb on
into
top of it and I see windows, so
this one,
crawl over to the window and I break it. I am attempting to break and enter to reach people. And of course, on the other side of the window is just wood. I try banging on the wood a bit to try and see if I can push it. It's a no-go. So again, once more, I'm thinking, this is it. Like, everything I try just keeps not working. I'm doing my best trying to think myself out of this situation, and it's not working. But I didn't give up. I literally said to myself, think, think. I'm looking around, I'm trying to think, formulate a plan, and I see an even higher ledge. But it's not just a ledge, it's a railing. Elevated above me are the stairs that reach the actual apartment space, aka where people would be. So I crawl towards it, I stand up on my one good leg, I reach above me, and thankfully I don't weigh a whole lot, so I was able to pull myself up using just my arms, and I had to keep climbing a bit because it's a railing, right? So I have to almost like climbing up the monkey bars. I make it over the top, basically using just my arms, and kind of like fold over the top, like almost like a worm going over. And I make it to the floor. And I crawl over, because at this point there's no strength left in my legs. I crawl over to the nearest door. I see a window. I don't break the window because there's a door there, and I think there's people living inside. But it's 2 a.m., so who knows if they're awake or if they'll respond. And so I start banging on the door, hoping that somebody will just answer my plea. I didn't yell out, I just banged on the door. Eventually, I heard something stirring from the inside, like movement. It's like, okay, keep banging on the door, like, and eventually they come to the door. They don't open the door because they're not stupid. No one's gonna answer a door for some stranger banging on it at 2 a.m. And of course, I can't remember the exact wording, but they were like, "Who's there? Who are you?" I'm like, I've been shot. I help, you know. And of course, since my speech is like, I guess, barely understandable at that point, they ask again, "Who are you?" And I think I said, "My name's Isaiah. I've been shot." And I had reached an area that should not have been accessible to anyone who is not living there. You got to remember, I forced my way into a space under and then climbed. So I essentially like broke in to this back area. So they then asked, "How did you get in here?" And I said, "I climbed." I don't remember if they had a response after that, but what I do strongly remember is I clarified, "You do not need to let me in. I just need you to call the police." And I think that's what convinced them that, okay, I'm not someone trying to gain entry to their home to harm them. This is someone who genuinely needs help. So they did not need to open the door, you know, which it wouldn't be smart to open the door, to be frank. And so I could hear from the inside, they did call the police. Eventually, I hear the sirens in the distance getting closer. I started to slowly feel better. You know, it's like, okay, I'm not going to die here. I'm going to make it. I remember hearing the police searching the area, that little staircase where I was hiding before, because they were looking for me. They don't know my exact location, so they had to find me. And I remember one saying, "There's blood here." So I was like, okay, they figured out where I am. Except that was the lower area that I had snuck into. So I had to call out, "I'm not down there. I'm on the second floor," a couple times, because one, my voice was weak, but two, you know, they're doing stuff, so it's hard to hear me. So when they find the door that would give them access to the area I'm in, it's locked. So I maybe weakly said to whoever was on the other side of the door, "Can you please let them in?" And they were kind enough to go out and open the door for them so they could get me. I think even the police asked as well, how did I get up here? And I said the same thing, I climbed. And he was like, what? I climbed. But at this point, I'm feeling a lot better. Like I said, I no longer felt like I was going to die. They cut off my jeans so they could see the wound. And, you know, since I'm starting to feel better, I start making little jokes. I was like, oh man, those are my favorite pants. One of them was gonna put on a tourniquet. So he was gonna put one on, and he warned me. He was like, okay, I'm gonna put this on. This is gonna hurt, all right? I was like, yeah, do your thing, man. He was not kidding. That hurt a lot. That did hurt. Putting the tourniquet on. And at this point, I'm like more relaxed. So
Little bro,
my
why are you
eyes
in
are
my
like
way,
kind of
little bro?
closed throughout this whole
Get out my
thing.
block.
For the most part, I'm just like laying there. It's like I'm just let them do their thing. I'm so tired. And they get me into an ambulance. And it's funny. I'm like very afraid of needles, not for like a visual or anything, but like, I don't know, my brain just interprets the pain far greater than anyone else in a way that makes me very afraid of needles. Like I do not want to be stuck with one. I can look at one. I don't want to be stuck with one. So in the ambulance, a guy, I saw one of them like approach my left arm, and like I immediately knew, because it's like just doctor, like a, you know, immediately reminded of like a doctor's office or something. It's like, are you trying to put in an IV or something? And he's like, yeah. I was like, can we die? I'm afraid of needles. It was funny because he was like, you just got shot in the leg and you're afraid of needles? And I was like, I know, it's silly. I know, but just could I not? He's like, and I appreciate it. He respected my wish. And he was like, all right. So I make it to the hospital, and you know, they're checking my wounds and everything. And since I'm such a prude, I didn't let them remove my underwear until they like covered me first, because I didn't want anyone like seeing me. Yeah, they were checking the wound, they were doing x-rays to make sure it didn't hit my bone or anything like that. And they told me I seemed pretty lucky, all things considered. Like, unlucky situation, of course, but according to them, no major arteries seemed to be hit, no tendons were hit, and no bone was hit. So it was just like the calf muscle and, you know, the nerves that were in there. But, you know, it didn't hit a major nerve, because I could still move my feet and toes and still feel down there. So I was in pretty good condition, all things considered. And like I said earlier, I was like, at this point, I'm much more relaxed. Like, I'm alive, I'm gonna live. And you know, they give me like good news that I should be making a full recovery. And, you know, ever since the police arrived, the ambulance, the hospital, I was like making like half jokes like the entire time. I was like, it's like, hey, what's your name? Okay, that's cool. Da 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 da. I remember asking two of the people that were in there, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, of all the gunshot victims that come through here, like, how funny am I compared to them? I believe the nurse, she gave me like a 10 out of 10. You know, she was nice. Didn't want to hurt my feelings or whatever. And I think the x-ray tech, he was like, I'll give you a 7 out of 10. You got some funny people that come through here. It was like, fair enough. Yeah, so the story's getting close to ending, but there are some more details I'd like to describe. One was they wanted to see if I had a ride, because if I didn't have a ride, they couldn't give me like something like morphine to help with the pain. So I tried calling my mother, and you know, it's really late. I think at this point it's like 4 a.m. Yeah, she didn't pick up because obviously it's 4 a.m. And sometimes with our phones, it's a weird thing. Like, sometimes it doesn't even show that someone is calling one or the other. So after a few failed calls, I was like, okay, who else do I know in my family who can drive? So I called my brother. And so it took a few tries, but he did pick up. I said something like, I'm sorry to bother you. And then I like say, like, I got shot in the leg, and I need a ride. He's like, you got shot? It's like, yeah, I got shot, and like, would you be able to give me a ride? And he explained, unfortunately, he's not in the city at that time. So it's like, okay, we consider our options, and I say, I'm gonna try mom again. And when I call her again, This time she answers, and she's like, what's going on, whatnot. And I try my best to like lighten the blow. I'm like in like almost a comedic way. It wasn't very funny, but like I'm trying to not have her freak out. So I like say like, promise not to be mad. Promise not to be mad. It's like, what's going on? Like, she thinks like something happened, like not life-threatening. It's like, what happened? What's wrong? And so it's like, don't be mad, but your child, your baby boy may or may not have gotten shot. I delivered it something like that. To try and, make it lighthearted. It didn't work at all. Immediately, she's like starting to freak out and, tear up and cry. And it's so funny because I didn't cry when I got shot. I didn't cry when I was huddled on the cold floor, bleeding out, thinking I was gonna die. But hearing my mom cry, that was it for me. Like, then I started crying, just tears flowing down my face. Another funny thing about it is, like, when I came in, they put the monitors on me, whatever, they can track my heartbeat. It never reached a point where any instruments were going off at any point. When I started crying, my heart rate spiked so much that like equipment started beeping, and I saw on the monitor like it was kind of flashing red. So a staff member came back in and was like, "Is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, it's okay." Like, and I said, like, I think I couldn't get words out at the time. I like nodded. So that was the moment that I guess made the waterfall come. And after a few minutes, I recollect myself, and yeah, eventually my mom arrived to pick me up because I didn't need surgery or anything. So they basically like put saline on the wound and wrapped it, and they're like, "Yeah, that's it. You're good. You go." Which, it's kind of thankful in some aspects for me specifically, because I wouldn't want to stay in a hospital. But it just makes me wonder, like, what about the people who don't really have, like, I don't know, not everyone has the luxury of their mom coming to pick them up in their mid-20s. So it's like, if I was like homeless or, just alone, I would have basically just been put on the street with this gunshot wound. And I wasn't given like crutches or anything. It was kind of difficult to get back. Like they gave me a wheelchair that I could use to get back to the car, but outside of that, like it was on my own. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that part, but anyway, so the drive back was painful because every like vibration of the car made my leg hurt. When we got back to the house, I kind of had to like crawl up the stairs, and I like shimmied across the floor to get back to like the bed. I did have my brother, my mom's friend, like helped me back into bed, and yeah, I mean, outside of that, I mean, that's basically the end of the story. I got shot and I lived. I like I said, this was just like 2 weeks ago. I'm thankful that I had like my mom around to help me out. We don't live together, but she lives close enough where she was able to stop by with like food and make sure I was changing my wrapping around my leg so it didn't get infected. She wanted, she was being my mom. It was like I was a little kid again. She's making sure her child is taken care of. It was really painful that first week. Obviously, I couldn't walk, and so I had like crutches, a wheelchair, a walker, very peepaw, to say the least. Even then, though, using like the crutches and walker, just like the movement from my body, like
Chat. What is this? Guys, how? I was at 9 views. Wallahi. Now I'm on 8 views. Bro, what do you mean? Chat, this is crazy, y'all. One sec. What?
Hey, we're gonna watch a show.
Alright, I'm doing something right now. Alright, yo, chat, gotta go. Bye.